All Eyez On Me is the biographical drama that tracks the life of rapper Tupac Shakur. This film completely flew under the radar for me. I didn't even know that it was happening until I saw trailers for it, and I was really excited because ever since Notorious, the biopic of Biggie Smalls, came out in '09, I've been waiting for them to do a Tupac movie. Because I don't know his story, I didn't really look into it, I've just been waiting for the biopic. And now, after the massive success of Straight Outta Compton, we have it. We have All Eyez On Me. Unfortunately, this film does not even come close to the quality of other rapper biopics, and unfortunately fails to even be an entertaining film. I hate to say it, but this movie is just plain bad. From the very beginning, we have introduced to Tupac in jail as he's talking with an interviewer who says, I want to get your story from your perspective from the beginning, the whole truth. And it literally sounds like that scene is only there just so they can go back to the beginning, saying, oh yeah, this is for sure the truth. Just start at the beginning. Just start at the beginning of the story and go. It becomes pointless because halfway through the film, this interview ends, this interview that we keep cutting to in order to provide exposition for certain things that happen in his life, then all of a sudden is just over and it's nothing. It's nothing. It's literally this whole interview is just an excuse to race through the first half of Tupac's life as fast as possible. And it just continuously becomes so annoying. I mean, there are scenes where he's like, and then you met so-and-so, right? And he goes, yeah. And then it cuts to the past where he's meeting someone and it's like, hey. And then that's the scene. And you're like, did we really need to be explained like that? This movie just treats the audience like it's absolutely stupid, which is one thing that I just really couldn't get into. Now, from the very beginning of the film, we have all these very interesting, heavy subject material. There's a lot going on with Tupac's parents. Their son and stepfather are Black Panthers. FBI is looking for the stepfather. They're like raided on Christmas. I mean, there's all this stuff going on, all this very heavy material, and it's just like raced through. It's just like, let's just get through this as quick as possible. Because before you know it, it's just, oh hey, he's a teen rapper. And then he was discovered by an even bigger label. And then he just kept going. And you're like, but that's what's fascinating for me as a viewer looking at the life of someone that was famous, was like, how did they go from being a complete unknown to all of a sudden pulled into the industry? Well, this happens very quickly. They do not develop this at all. It's just, he met this woman, and then she set him up, and then it happened. And the next thing you know, he's on stage. And we're treated to a long musical segment that does not even feature Tupac rapping. It's, so you'd think this film would at least deliver on that. Like, it would just have enough, like, scenes where he's just rapping to the crowd, and it's fun, and it's high energy. There's, like, one. There's like one in the whole like 2.5 hours of this. We get like one scene like that, and then are treated to other rappers rapping for no reason, just to have him like walking around in the background, waving his arms around, smiling like he's some sort of fucking Sesame Street backup performer. I mean, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't understand. Like, why is this the movie? I don't understand. There is so much interesting material here. This would have made an amazing like 10-hour mini-series where we could really dive into the life of Shakur, and they just don't. They're just like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and then more stuff happened. And it's just so unfortunate that we don't even get a solid character out of Tupac. I mean, seriously, we go through one point where he's talking to the interviewer and saying, and I wanted to make this album because I wanted to speak to the people and be a voice of the people. 5 minutes later, not even shitty, like 5 minutes later, cuts to he's dealing with the reaction to the album and people basically just giving him shit for it, and he's like, why are they giving me shit? I'm no leader of a revolution. And it's like, but wait a minute. Are you? I mean, this film like really doesn't even decide if it's like on Tupac's side or not. Like seriously, they really don't even do anything to flesh out a character. You're just supposed to go, oh, it's Tupac. Yeah. Okay, yeah, obviously, like, cool, he's Tupac, but can we please, I mean, the writing of this film is so poor. He goes in to meet with studio executives in the worst scene of the, it's so bad. They're like, we don't exactly like your style. And he's like, my style is what makes me, motherfucker. And like, we like your style. It's just like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Like, this is so stupid. The only thing that I honestly found, like, of like genuine goodness in this film was the relationship between Tupac and Jada Pinkett. They have a strong friendship, and I thought that that was played very well. The actors did a good job of showing some genuine chemistry. It's just that we spend maybe the first hour with scenes of those two, and then Jada Pinkett disappears until the end just to pop up to, like, have a conversation with him to try and, like, make him feel one way or another. And that's the problem. This film, it just tries to be so fucking emotionally manipulative. There are scenes where it just goes into slow-mo and is like, and watch, this is the part where you're supposed to be upset about gang violence. This is the part where you're supposed to be upset about police brutality. This is the part where drugs are bad. Like, yeah, we know. Oh my god, I just thought this film, it's not even well written. It isn't even well edited. Like, I can't even say on a technical standpoint that this film was good, because it's not. There were a lot of parts where there were just, like, really bad edits, like, where it just, like, hung on a little too long, or it just was, like, I don't think anyone was truly invested in this film that they were making. It just feels like a product that was slapped together and put out. Like, yeah, people want to see a Tupac movie, so we'll just make it. There was just no heart, and that's really what I hate when I see a film that just doesn't have any heart, especially when fucking Tupac deserves a great, are you kidding me? Like, this does not do this man justice at all. One thing that I thought was cool was Jamal Woolard reprises the role of Biggie Smalls that he played in Notorious, and so I felt like, at first, like, oh, cool, you could be able to, like, play these two back to back, but I never want to watch this movie again. I thought this movie was just terrible. I wanted to like it. I wanted it to be good. But honestly, a half hour in, I was just like, okay, when are we? Oh, fuck, another 2 hours? Are you kidding me? Like, why? All Eyes on Me, unfortunately, gets a 1.5 out of 5. I really hate to grade it so low. I thought I'd at least give it a 2. But the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, fuck, and then that was really bad, and oh, that was just a horrible, it's bad. I hate to say it, but when it's bad, I want to tell you, because I don't want you to go out and waste your money and say, oh yeah, I'm expecting this. At least go spend your money expecting a real bad, mediocre, wannabe Lifetime movie that just so happens to depict the life of Tupac Shakur. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. What did you think? Did you completely have a different opinion? Maybe this movie was awesome for you. Maybe you think it's just as good as Straight Outta Compton. I just personally disagree. Again, thank you. Feel free to click subscribe and check out for any future reviews.